that her mind's default for something in the middle would have been those words. Please let this be a dream. Please let it be a fucking dream. Haley rubbed at her eyes as if trying to paw away the disbelief. At 50, she had everything she could ever have wanted. Marriage to a wonderful, caring man, stepchildren who treated her like their birth mother, more money and influence than most people could even dream of, and a perspective on life that made everything make sense. Now this. Pancreatic cancer. Inoperable. God, don't let it be, Haley Long thought desperately. Let it be a dream. Let it be nothing but a bad dream. Petros Sparalakis' awareness returned gradually and spasmodically. The pain came first, a dull throbbing in his groin and burning sensation in his low back. He tried to move, to shift his position, but his body did not respond. Please, I don't think I can move. Someone please help me. I'm Sparalakis, Dr. Petros Sparalakis. I can't see and I can't move. Connie, why don't you take a break? I'll be here for another hour. Okay, thanks. Listen, Vernice, he could use some range of motion work on his wrists and ankles. Connie? Vernice? I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you Beaumont nurses? It's me, Dr. Sparalakis. What do you mean, range of motion? Am I paralyzed? What happened to me? An accident, a stroke, a tumor? Why can't I see? Why can't I speak? The man many considered to be among the premier diagnostic physicians in the world struggled to make sense of his own symptoms. He knew he was having difficulty holding on to a thought, and that fact frightened him more than almost anything. Why am I in such pain? Can someone please tell me what happened? What happened to me? I can feel that, Vernice. I can feel you moving my ankle. Oh, my God! Chapter 1. Multiple contusions and abrasions, fractured pelvis, non-displaced fracture, proximal humerus, pulmonary contusion and laceration secondary to posterior displaced fractures of right 7th, 8th, and 9th ribs. With the grim litany ticking through her thoughts, Thea Sparalakis approached Cubicle 4 in the medical ICU of the Beaumont Clinic. Transverse linear skull fracture, extensive midbrain stem hemorrhage, level 1 coma. Thea hesitated, envisioning what her father would look like, and knowing that, as an internal medicine specialist herself, her projection would not be far from on the mark. According to her brother Nico, police estimated that the vehicle that struck their father at 5:30 in the early morning 8 days ago, then drove away, had to have been traveling 70 at least. It was a miracle he had survived the impact, which threw him more than 25 feet. But then, for as long as Thea could remember, Petros Sparalakis was, to his children, the lion. Aloof, powerful, and brilliant, often to the point of majesty. The lion. The absence of skid marks suggested that the driver never saw his victim. Make that his or her victim, Thea edited, intent on enforcing that sort of accuracy even in her thoughts. The police still had no clues and no witnesses. Alcohol, she guessed. According to an article by Eileen Posnick in a 7-year-old issue of the American Journal of Drug and Alcohol Abuse, alcohol was involved in more than 90% of hit-and-run accidents where the drivers were eventually apprehended. Behind her, Nico stepped out from the group that included his twin, Celine, plus a trio of Beaumont Clinic dignitaries, and took Thea's arm. He was swarthy and broad-shouldered, with their father's strong nose and piercing dark eyes, but with features that were somewhat softer. At 40, he was already an associate professor of cardiac surgery at Harvard, a wunderkind with several significant contributions to the field. Celine, exotic, elegant, and totally self-assured, was no less accomplished as a hand surgeon. "You okay, Thea?" Nico asked softly. As she had been taught to do, Thea searched her feelings before responding. Her father, bigger than life itself, was in a deep coma from which there was